Welcome to Mars, Marketing Analytics and Reporting System, the place where all your marketing data finally makes sense. Mars is a unified platform that helps marketing teams turn complex, scattered data into clear, actionable insights. Here's your Mars welcome page. From here, you can quickly jump into a predefined view or create a new one tailored to your needs. And now it is time to explore IST functionality and dive straight into the heart of Mars, the table view. To create a table report, we first need to choose what we're going to analyze. Firstly, we had to choose time period for analysis and set up the metrics we need. Let's say we start from January 1st. So now you can see a filter area where you can narrow down your data by platform, media source, app name, country, and other filters. For now, let's only select iOS and Android as a platform and skip other parts to get a full view of the marketing landscape. Next, it's time to structure your table by setting up cohorts. Cohorts are levels of data grouping that let you compare data across different categories. Imagine layers of data, each letting you see more detail. We'll start by grouping by app name to compare performance across apps. Then, at the second level, we'll add media sources like Facebook, Google, and TikTok to see how different channels perform. The third level is campaign, so we will see which campaigns are working best within each media source. Finally, we'll group by week, allowing you to track campaign performance over time. Once we've set up our cohorts, we had to choose the metrics to analyze. You can see a long list of metrics. Let's go with several of them, like cost to track ad spend, revenue from user activity, CPM, it's a metric used to represent the cost of reaching 1,000 impressions, the number of installs, and return on advertising spend, the key metric for efficiency, showing how much revenue you get for each dollar spent on ads. So now we had to click Apply button and wait the result of computation. All data in this video is anonymized and randomized. Once you connect your own data sources, you'll see the actual apps, media sources, and campaign names that are relevant to your business. Now that we have the query results, let's sort the table by costs and dive into the metrics. In the first layer of data, we can compare app metrics side by side for an overall view. As you dig deeper, you can easily spot differences across campaign, helping you identify the most effective creatives and cut spending on underperformers. By drilling down, you can also see how campaign performance changes over time, allowing for targeted optimizations. For example, you might see return on ad spend start strong, reaching 115% in the first 2 weeks, then dip below 100% over the following 2 weeks, before bouncing back into positive territory in the next 2-week period. This table is just the beginning. It helps you save time and money while attracting the right users. With hundreds of metrics to choose from, you can get a full view of your business. This overview uses what's called cohort data, also known as acquisition data. It groups users by the date they installed the app, so you can track how their behavior changes over time. We also provide a non-cohort view, which you'll find under the Activity tab. This includes all users, no matter when they installed, so it gives you a broader look at your business. In the cohort view, you're only seeing users who installed during a selected time period. But in the non-cohort view, revenue from earlier users is also included. That's why the numbers can look different. When you're building tables or charts, it's important to know which type of data you're using. The structure of your query directly affects the results. In the cohort view, revenue is $684,000 and ROAS is 206%, both calculated using revenue generated only by that specific cohort. In the non-cohort view, the metrics are based on total revenue, which brings the numbers up to $900,000 and ROAS to 271%. Hope that makes things clearer. Next, let's take a look at the Dynamic tab. This is where you can compare metrics over time. To keep it simple, we'll focus on platform and media source and look at 2 key metrics: return on ad spend and cumulative ROAS. Now I'll show you an easy way to create a clear daily overview. You'll see 2 lines on the chart. One shows daily changing in metrics, how much of your ad spend you're earning back each day. The other shows cumulative ROAS, adding up the daily returns over time. For example, if the metric is 131.5% on day 1, and you earn another 4.3% on day 2, the cumulative line shows a total return of 135.8%. This view makes it easy to compare data across apps, media sources, and campaigns. You can also dive deeper into any specific cohort to spot trends and uncover more detailed insights. All of this functionality is just the beginning. Now let's move on to the next section, charts. In the charts section, you can bring your data to life by visualizing all your key metrics. This allows you to clearly see trends, patterns, and how different metrics interact with each other over time. Creating charts works in a similar way to building tables. We won't spend too much time on the setup, but here's a quick example how to get started. Let's begin by plotting cost and revenue over time. This simple comparison gives you immediate insight into your spending versus earnings. Just below the chart, you'll see a data grid where the raw values for each day are listed. This is useful if you want to download the data and look at it in Excel. Now, let's say you want to dive deeper and analyze return on ad spend across all your apps. You can do this easily by creating a new chart, switching the metric to ROAS, and selecting iOS and Android as the platforms. If you'd like to view each app separately, just use the splitter feature. It lets you break down the data by different dimensions. For example, you can split by any cohort, like installed date or geography, to see how performance varies across different user segments. Now you can also add a filter to exclude organic traffic and view ROAS based only on paid traffic. Naturally, you'll notice the numbers are lower. This is because you're no longer including revenue from users who came in organically, which usually boosts overall ROAS. With these tools, you can create highly customized, informative visualizations that help you monitor performance, identify trends, and make smarter decisions faster. Let's move on to the next powerful feature, the payoff tool. The payoff tool in Mars helps you understand when your advertising spend breaks even, meaning the point at which your revenue fully covers your ad costs. To get started, we first select the time frame and the relevant metrics for your app and media source. The tool then shows key indicators like cost, revenue, and how many days it takes after a user installs the app for ROAS to reach 100%. For instance, looking at app number 8, we can see media sources with payoff points at 7, 12, and 21 days. These results often correlate with ROAS generally. A quicker payoff tends to lead to higher return. However, this isn't always should work, since users from different channels or campaigns might show different patterns of app usage and monetization. This insight is key to understanding how quickly your investment becomes profitable. Once you pass the 100% ROAS mark, any additional revenue from those users becomes pure profit. So let's go to the next section. The KPI page offers a powerful visualization of how return on ad spend evolves over time. Each line represents the performance of a specific campaign across a 30-day post-installation period. The upward trends highlight how revenue gradually accumulates, allowing you to clearly see when and how campaigns start paying off. For instance, the first line shows a strong and consistent performance, reaching an ROAS of 122%, well above the break-even point of 100%. In contrast, the second campaign closes the period at 97.4%, just shy of breaking even. The real value of this visualization lies in comparison. By overlaying different channels and campaigns, you can easily spot which ones deliver the highest returns and which may need adjustment or reallocation. Have you ever wished for a crystal clear snapshot of your entire marketing performance? Well, now it's here. Introducing the Mars AI Weekly Marketing Report. Delivered every week, this smart, time-saving report gives you a quick, insightful look into what's really going on in your marketing funnel. No more jumping between dashboards or digging for numbers. In just a few minutes, you'll know how your campaigns are performing, which platforms are pulling their weight, and which regions are delivering real value. But this isn't just a data dump, it's a decision-making tool. The report breaks down campaign performance, platform efficiency, and regional trends, giving you the full picture at a glance so you can move fast and stay ahead. Need to reallocate budget? Fine-tune a strategy? This report shows you what's working, what's not, and exactly where to focus, without wasting time in analysis paralysis. That's a wrap for now, but we're just getting started. Join the growing community of marketers who trust Mars to turn insight into impact. Start making smarter, faster, data-driven decisions that move your business forward. With Mars, your data works for you and your success is just the beginning.